price, hike of products in market, unusual rise in price, rise in price. What about others? Only 3 of you are there today. Okay. No. All. Okay. No. That is the effect. Last one, sir is also writing. That is effect, not inflation. Meaning of inflation is persistence in rise of price. So there is two things. One is persistent rise in price. Sorry, persistence, and second is rise. There are two things that you have to notice. One, rise has to be continuous. Okay, it is persistence in rise in price. So there has to be continuous. And the second thing, price has to rise. It has to keep on increasing. Now, this definition of continuous is different for different countries. Some may consider continuous rise in 3 quarters. Okay, like if it is increasing for quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, then it is considered as continuous. Some may consider it as monthly, month 1, month 2, month 3. Some may consider it bi-monthly. Okay, that if price is rising in every fortnight, then they can consider it continuous. So the definition of continuous can depend upon the central bank or can depend upon the policymaker in that particular country. But rise has to be continuous. Just because price has increased one, it does not mean it is continuous. And rise means it has to increase. So there are two conditions that has to be fulfilled in order to say there is inflation in your economy. First, price has to rise. Second, it has to be continuous. Now continuous can be fortnightly, weekly, monthly, quarterly, half yearly. That is a different matter. But it has to be continuous. Just because price have increased for once, you cannot say that there is inflation. Okay? And what will happen because of inflation? Purchasing power of money goes down. Purchasing power of money goes down. So we will just listen to this. Even if you do not understand, it doesn't matter. When we will complete the chapter of inflation, then you will understand why I have said this. But because of, you have felt it also. When you will go to the market, the amount of goods that you can purchase it today with 100 rupees, it is not the same amount of goods that you can purchase after 1 year. The amount of goods will fall down. So that is called the purchasing power of money falls down. The amount of goods that you can purchase today with that same amount of rupees, the quantity of goods will fall in subsequent year or in subsequent period. Okay. So if you can purchase say 100 quantity with 100 rupees, next year you can buy suppose only 90 quantities with 100 rupees and you cannot buy this 100 quantity. So why this will happen is something which you will understand at the end of the chapter. For now, only understand that inflation means continuous rise in price. Price has to increase and it has to be continuous. If there is continuous rise in price, then only we will say there is inflation. So next time never say that rise in price is inflation. Okay? Clear? Okay. Now tell me one thing. I am thinking of starting a business and I need 1000 rupees. Okay. I need 1000 rupees. I will come to my students and I will tell you that please lend me this 1000 rupees. You will straight away say no. Why should I give you? If I have 1000 rupees, I will consume it. I am not going to give it to you. Right? Then next day you will call me up and then you will say, okay, I am ready to give you 1000 rupees. I will be happy. I will come to you and I will ask, why are you ready to give me 1000 rupees? Then you will say, I will give you this 1000 rupees because you will pay me 3% interest on it. Now I will ask you, why do I need to pay you 3000 for 1000 rupees? I am taking 1000 rupees today. After 1 year, I will return your 1000 rupees to you. Don't take this 3%. You will say no. I could have consumed this 1000 rupees for my use, but I'm not consuming it. I'm giving it to you. So in return of that, you will give me 3%. This is called rate. Now this is not an economic terms. This is just to explain you. Okay. So don't write it. Whatever you need to write, I will tell you. First, just listen to the explanation. Rate for sacrificing your consumption. Sacrificing consumption. I will say, okay, fine. You need 3% to sacrifice your consumption today. I will give you 3%. Now give me the loan. Now next day you will say, no, I will not give you loan at this 3%. I will give you loan at 5%. I will charge more 2% from you. So I will say, now why do you need this 2% extra from me? Then you will say that because there will be inflation in the economy. Whatever goods I can buy from this 1000 rupees today, I cannot buy that same amount of goods after 1 year. So in order to substitute that amount, or in order to buy same amount of good, I need 2% more. So you will say, give me this 2% for inflation. Because the rate of inflation in the economy will be 2%, price of goods will rise by 2%. I need this extra 2% from you. I will say, okay, I will give you this extra 2%. Now give me loan at 5%. Then again you will reject me. You will say, I need more 4%. Now I will ask you, why do you need this 4%? You will say, there is a risk in giving money to you. You can run away with my money. And if you will run away with my money, then I will lose this 1000 rupees. So in order to take that risk that I am lending you, I need this 4%. Right? So what will happen? You need 3% because you are sacrificing your consumption. You need this 2% because there is inflation in the economy. You need this 4% because you are perceiving a risk in giving your money to me. Okay? Is this 3 component clear and is it logical to you? Does any part of the interest rate sound illogical to you? You are sacrificing, so you will take money. Sir, is 4% security? No, it is not security. You will take the paper of my flat as a security. This 4% you are charging extra because you think I can run. So in order to take that risk, in order to convince yourself that yes, I will invest, you need this 4%. So you are satisfied that I took the risk and at the end of a year I am getting more money because of my risk. It is not a security. Security, you will take something, physical asset or anything. But this is just to satisfy yourself that yes, I want to take the risk. It is logical. Okay. Now there are 3 different names for it. First, write down the name. This one is called risk-free real rate of return. Explanation I will give it after writing. First write down risk-free real rate of return. When you are charging me only for sacrifice of your consumption, then that rate is called risk-free and real rate of return. There are 2 important components. Rate of return is rate on investment. Risk-free and real. Second is risk-free nominal rate of return. Mark the word nominal here. And this point is rate of return. Okay? Or you can just write nominal rate of return. Now what is happening? When you were ready to give me loan at 3%, I was assumed as a risk-free person and this is real rate of return. What is real? Real is the word that is given when nothing is mixed in that interest rate. This is the pure rate of interest that you are charging because you are sacrificing consumption. So this is pure rate. So this is called real rate of return. Next, you will charge me 2% for inflation. So when you will charge me 2% for inflation, you are still thinking me or perceiving me as a risk-free person, but now the rate is nominal. Why? Because you are charging for the inflation. So whenever any interest rate or any GDP or any calculation will include the component of inflation, it is called nominal. When it does not include inflation, it is called real. Real means without inflation. Nominal means with inflation. Always remember this thing. Real means without inflation, nominal means with inflation. When you're charging me extra 4%, you are perceiving me as a risky investor. So because you have risk in giving money to me, you are charging this 4%. So when we add all this 4, then we say this is the rate of return, 469. So this 9% is rate of return. Why? Or it is a nominal rate of return. Why it is nominal? Because you are taking 2% for inflation in this 9%. Why not risk free? Because you are taking 4% because you are perceiving me as a risky person. Is this concept clear? Risk-free real rate of return, risk-free nominal rate of return, and nominal rate of return. Is this three classification clear? Even if it's not clear, let me, the time is